but other than that, you've been fine.
The stream dropped a little bit earlier, but now it seems to
Yeah,
be in the
it
green.
might be a bandwidth thing.
Okay.
Well, last night we had troubles around this time too. Let's see what happens this time. We are live streaming now. I haven't introduced this yet, but we are live streaming now on YouTube and Twitch. You're neat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. So, wait. Sorry, no, I can't say that joke. Well, I can, but I would do it wrong. I wouldn't do it justice.
So anyway, it turns out there's Siegfried and Roy.
Hey, Nico! Anyways, let's get to our...
Okay, go ahead. I was going to say, so are we starting this?
Yeah, we're technically already starting. We're not really starting.
Yeah, we're on deck.
We're on deck. We're just kind of chatting a bit. Like a pre-streaming game. Streaming... Pre-streaming? That sounds weird.
Oh, it works though.
It does. It really does. Here we go. I'm not in the right frame of mind. Hang on. I'm going to take some water here. We're not brought to you by Smart Water.
I feel like I have so much to say, like, conversations to bring up. So
Let's see if I can turn up the Discord volume a bit before we start.
I'll try to talk louder.
Talk louder! Have you ever tried that? No.
I'll try to talk louder. I don't know if it's I'm using mixed headphones that he uses, and I don't.
Oh,
know
that's...
what
Did
I'm-
you, like, have it, like, up to your face, and then you put in headphones? Is that what happened?
Oh, I don't know. I'm like it's right near my mouth.
Well, I turned the Discord volume up higher, so maybe that will work better.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nathan Townsend. This is Matthew I. Bishop, and this is 3.5 Geeks.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Oh, jeez. Could you say that any louder?
And no, I don't know. That was one of the songs on Zoe's Extraordinary playlist this week, and it's stuck in my head.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah.
It's not even Christmas.
Well, it's the thing of it is, there's a recurring theme in the episode where the smartwatch that everyone's working on has a glitch where everyone's events keep getting assigned to December 25th.
Oh, that sounds awful.
That
Alright,
does sound
yeah,
awful.
So when Zoe gets a song stuck in her head, it's a Christmas-related song because it's subconsciously connected to the glitch. It's a whole thing. Anyway, watch the show. It's adorable.
I've been watching some of it. I only watched the first and second episode.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, it's this really interesting show where Jane Levy plays this character named Zoe, who somehow manages to get a whole bunch of music dumped into her brain during an MRI, and as a result, she now hears people's innermost thoughts in the form of musical numbers. Like, people around her will randomly burst into song and to express some hidden feeling, and she has to decipher what feeling they mean by the song and what she can do to help them.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's especially hilarious because Zoe, as a character, knows nothing about music, So she has to go to her friends and go, okay, so they were singing this song, and they're like, oh, that's what that means.
Yes, Nico, we do have a Discord server. Well, we got two. This one's a private one, but we do have an open one. To answer Nico's question. But today, Matt, we have a guest.
What? We do? Where?
Yeah, I can't see her.
Yeah.
Where are you? I can't see you either.
I'm behind the green screen.
Oh, damn. You need to
Hi,
get up.
guys.
Hi!
Hello. Author of...
S. Robichaud.
Yes, S. Robichaud. I'm terrible at names. I really am. I'm sorry. I can't do you justice.
It's okay, we did this last time too.
I bet we did. I guarantee it.
It's all good.
Sounds like the Men Warehouse. You like what you're wearing. I guarantee it.
Oh, so how have you all been?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I heard you made a book.
I did my second one.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Nico wants
you.
to join the server. Let me throw that up to Nico. I don't know how to create an invite to that. I got hit by a tarantula.
A smooth criminal?
A smooth criminal. But so, that new book. Deceptions in the Shadow with, brain. What's that last part?
Anders Beginning.
So is that like a, another viewpoint of another character, or is this... I haven't read any of it, sorry.
Yes and no. Yes and no. So it is, it's the second part to the first one. So it picks up where the first one left off, but it's going to have more backstory on the character that kind of changed the course of the first. So there's like a lot of memories in the second book that kind of explains why things happened the way they did.
Oh.
Am I boring you? Was that a boring?
No. It was a thinky noise, not a.
I'm thinking right now. I'm a neural machine with thinking capabilities.
So it's the second book, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's got some twists and some things that I hope people do not see.
That's pretty cool.
That's amazing. So tell me, all right, compared to your first book, how long did the second book take to make?
About a year. So my first one took me about years. 3.5 years really. With the
3.5.
Yeah. So and then by the time I was ready to send the first one out to publishers, I had already gotten the book. But I had been plotting the book as I was writing the first, because I really knew that this story, I knew from the early on how it would come out. So I just wanted to make sure that when I got to, so I'm editing the first one, and I'm like, oh, I can plug it in. I think the story comes full circle.
Really?
Like, pretty good. I think that it, and what I didn't realize at the time, and I didn't realize it till I was just editing my second one, is there's some foreshadowing going on that I picked up on after the second book was written that I didn't necessarily put in there. And I was just like, wait a second, like that really actually happened. So I thought I just think it's full circle. Pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was cool.
That's very kismic. I love it when something does that and connects to itself in an odd way. I've done that several times when I've written things. By the way, Twitch Cola TV, bonjour, how are you? I'm just saying hi to our Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Hi, Twitch channel.
No doubt. Hi, Twitch channel. I don't know who's on there, but hi.
Twitch Cola Coda TV. Is that Coda? Koda, kind of like Yoda, but code.
Oh,
Yeah, Yoda.
so I have a question for the two of you. Either of you happen my on Facebook?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
Okay, Matt, did you hear me?
No, you were cutting out. I'm sorry.
Oh, what the heck? It's okay. Did either of you happen to see my attempt at drawing anime on Facebook?
Drawing anime on Facebook?
Yeah, so
What?
on
No.
Saturday. No, you didn't? Okay.
No,
So
I missed it.
You might have to scroll for a little bit, but on Saturday I sat down for like 5 whole hours and tried to teach myself how to draw
Anime?
anime, yeah.
That
Wow.
sounds amazing.
Well,
Ha!
like like single characters, not like an actual. Like I just googled pictures and I tried to copy what I saw online. But I'm actually pretty proud of it because it worked out with me. Like I'm definitely an amateur, but I tried.
Hey, you gave it your shot. Part of that stuff is drawing is patience, tracing, and time, because you need to dedicate time to drawing. Like, you need to constantly do it over again. And tracing is a good way to start to get into a certain design if you want to kind of copy into a certain design.
Well, I didn't trace these.
Oh shit!
I
More bees.
So I like Googled them, like just easy pictures, and my daughter came up with an app. Cause she loves Gacha Life. Like my daughter is very, very much into Gacha Life, and my son loves Naruto. So they had both asked me if I could do it, and I'm like, I don't know. So I looked up some pictures, and I was just playing around to see if I could do it, and I was pretty impressed. But I
Yeah,
see that Matt, what do you think?
yeah, those are super cute. Not bad for. I mean,
Oh,
that for a first attempt for a first foray, those are adorable. I love the Tinkerbell and I love the watermelon. Those are my favorites.
Oh, the watermelon was my absolute favorite. But I like the little cat that's in the purple dress. I thought she was
Oh yeah, at the top left, yeah, she's
yeah,
adorable.
yeah. So that's my attempt.
I love Doom. Nico asked me if I love Doom, and I'm like, yes, I love Doom. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to your I'm gonna go to the Facebook here, and I'm going to. Oh, geez, everyone wants a piece of me today. I'm gonna go to your thing, and I'm gonna show the video. Is it a video?
Oh no! It's just here. Let me
Just a picture?
on the public. Yeah, it's just a picture. I just put them all on my table as display. Took a picture because I was pretty impressed that I drew in 5 hours.
Dang.
So
I know your book has been rated high, big time, by the way. Like, Amazon has, like, hell yeah, your book is amazing.
yeah, well, my second one's actually not technically out until tomorrow. So my second one doesn't have any ratings yet, but my first one has had 8 5-star ratings.
Let's see if I can get. That's amazing. Like and that was a year. That was a year ago, and you just kept coming right at you. And I apologize if I haven't read the book right now, but we loved having you on the show, and we like to hype up your book. And if you want to check it out, I put a link in the description. So
Yeah, I appreciate you all having me on the show, and I can't wait to talk about TV shows and the kitty pictures that I always tag Matt in. And
Yay, kitties!
Matt likes a good. That's video capture. Trying to get the window capture. Here we go. Okay.
good, because every time I see a cute cat picture at this, I can't not tag Matt. So like I'll go like weeks without talking to him, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh, I should show Matt this."
It's good to have a brand.
Yeah,
I like that this has sort of evolved to become my thing. There's cats on the internet. We have to show that.
So I am I showing it right? Because right now on YouTube and Twitch I got the picture. It looks like a watermelon, cat people. Is that the anime? Am I looking at this right?
yeah.
Tinkerbell,
It's
ice cream.
it's like like kid anime. Like it's not
It looks
great
like kid anime.
Yeah, it's a little bit cheaty, but that's a valid style.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at Shin-Chan. It's not the greatest animation, but man, the jokes are just damn. It's really
So
good.
it was my attempt, my first attempt. So I didn't think it was bad for my first.
Oh, not at all. I think that's a talent worth developing if you've got the means, motive, and opportunity.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep. So I'm gonna continue. I don't know. I draw a lot, so I just basically want to see what I'm full of. I draw Disney princesses too, so
Oh, nice.
I just wanna my I think I've drawn like uh Hades from the Hercules Disney movie.
Oh, I like
Uh,
him. I like him. He's
Yeah,
cool.
he's one of my absolute favorites. So
I don't blame
I
you.
don't remember where I put that picture. And I also I don't know. I just draw whoever my family tells me. Some of them come out great. I drew Harley like 2 years ago that I was pretty impressed with.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just watched her new movie this past week.
Birds of
It was
Prey.
yeah, it was pretty boss. Lots of girl
Yeah.
power. It was awesome.
It was definitely a feminist space, and I mean I guess I could have figured that before we went to the theater to see it, but it really didn't dawn on me that that was going to be like a central point in it. But that's really the impression I got.
Yeah,
Is that it's pretty. It was like a feminist movie, you know, a post breakup, you know, feminist movie, and I liked it. I brought my daughter, and well, I brought my kids and their friends to see it.
nice. Yeah, I think you could tell the tonal shift almost immediately between Suicide Squad's approach to Harley and Birds of Prey's approach to Harley, and ultimately, I think um, it shows the evolution of the character, what she's gone through from the original animation and in the comics, and more recently in the her own series on DC Universe, where she completely loses her identity in this Joker guy, and and then kind of comes into her own after she's free of him, and getting to see that part of the story is as crucial as her origin. You know, that's the next step. That's when Harley
Right.
becomes Harley.
So one key thing that I picked up on in Birds of Prey that I didn't see in Suicide Squad is a couple different times Harley Quinn would go back to her teaching, or not her teaching, but what she learned when she was a doctor. Like
Yes.
when the Huntress like came in, and then they're like, you know, she's talking about the stuff that she went through, and right before they beat everybody's ass, and
Yeah.
Harley like starts like kind of psychoanalyzing her pain, like it brought
Yeah.
back, you know, and I thought that was pretty important because you didn't see that side of Harley Quinn
Yeah.
in Suicide Squad.
Yeah. You don't see the other side of her coin. All you see is the crazed clown girl. But when you flip that coin, uh, you get a stronger sense of her roots and her dynamic and what have you. They do a bit of that in the recent animation too. She'll actually have conversations with her past sane self.
Right.
In the
In
anime
in
series,
the form
right?
of Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
Yeah.
I especially enjoyed the bit during the big final fight scene where Black Canary's hair is getting in her face, and Harley hands her a hair tie.
I know, that was hilarious.
This subtle little like gesture, just like, oh, here you go, honey.
Yeah.
And she ties her hair back, and they go back to kicking ass, and it just
Yeah.
like that little bit of girl unity. Pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. No, it was definitely more of a feminist movie than I would have thought it to be. But I was glad to see it. Honestly, I was kind of apprehensive to even watch it because this might get me like murdered. But I've never been a huge Harley. I've always been much more of a Poison Ivy fan, and I feel like
Oh,
Poison Ivy has never had like she's never been like a bigger character. You
yeah,
know, she's always been supporting cast, and I really would love to see. I would have loved to see her in the movie, or just a movie that she's a bigger part in. So I was just like, man, Poison Ivy's not even in it. I don't want to go
yeah,
see it, but my daughter convinced me, and I'm really glad I saw it because I was surprisingly impressed with that movie.
excellent. Um, this is still just rumor at this point, but Margot Robbie has said that she wants to keep playing Harley as long as she can still fit into the shorts.
Yeah.
And she expressed an interest in the next film in Harley's arc being, rather than Birds of Prey, being Gotham City Sirens.
Mhm.
And that would focus on uh, the uh, the sort of uh, friendship between Harley and Catwoman and Ivy.
Yeah.
They sort of come together and form kind of their own like uh, girl squad sort of thing. So what one would hope that the next logical step from here would be including Ivy. Um, Additionally, um, I don't know if you've seen it, but and it's definitely not for kiddos, so keep that in mind. But the animation, the new animated series on DC Universe, features Ivy prominently.
Mhm.
And while she often laments the fact that she's called in to clean up Harley's messes, their version of Ivy is absolutely top notch. Like her whole approach to the whole uh, eco super villainy thing is just so refreshing. And she's just like, look, no, I'm not evil. I'm not the bad guy. I'm trying to save the Earth.
Right.
I don't identify as a supervillain. Don't let me in with you. uh,
I love her. I mean, she's
yes.
always like, you know, I dressed up like Poison Ivy a couple years ago. My son, for his 12th birthday, we did a Batman dressed up as characters. Um, and I was Poison Ivy, and I spray painted my hair red. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Uh,
we'll see what happens with it. I mean, I have,
yeah.
you know, like I told you, especially like with Yennefer, I have a thing for like the tougher women. Like I really like badass. So it's always my.
Uh,
Do you ship Harley Quinn with Poison Ivy? Because I do.
We'll see. Okay, my first introduction to Poison Ivy was when she was played by Uma Thurman. Like
Ah.
so
okay.
my introduction to Poison Ivy was this woman that was able to, disarm men by like her charms and her seduction. So that's when I was like, oh my word, she's awesome. So I don't know if I would ship them. I would definitely want them to be best friends. But I feel like, there's something sexy about women that can it takes down men by their charms. You know what I mean? Like I know that might sound kind of bad, but I think that
No, I
the,
mean it's like a femme fatale, like the Matahari or the Black Widow. Uh,
right, yeah, like a black widow. That's a perfect. I like that like a praying mantis kind of
yeah,
girl. I like that idea. So I would appreciate them being best friends, doing what like they're they were originally before, because I know that their relationship came later.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That there was a series called Gotham Girls. Uh, I think a spin-off of the original animated series that introduced Harley, and that sort of portrayed Harley and Ivy as friends. And as a result of that, it's cultivated an interest in them as a couple over the ensuing decades, and that's since come to fruition in some stories, some timelines, like
It's an
uh,
alternate
in
timeline.
in in the Injustice universe. um, they 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 get married on one of those Earths, one of those timelines, um, and uh, there um, there have been hints about it happening in other media as well. Um, but I mean, I um, I think that their dynamic is 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 what kind of brings that to life. You know, I mean, it's tempting to embrace it just because it's two pretty girls kissing.
No,
I don't want to fetishize it, but it the yin and yang thing, like the cold uh, yet compassionate determination that exudes from Ivy. Um, the more subtle sultriness that she has is a perfect foil to the more madcap, zanier, let's do something crazy
right, yeah.
antics of Harley, and the putting the two of them together, like the sort of odd couple scenario. Uh, it it really intrigues me. It makes for interesting storytelling. Uh, and there was a lot of that vibe to the Gotham City Sirens comic, where Selena, Catwoman, was thrown into the mix as well.
hmm I see. I mean, I get the appeal of two sensual women, kissing and being lovers. Like, I get why, for the majority of the audience that would be appealing. But
it's
I
The
mean,
male gaze
more.
thing, yeah.
I mean, not only that, because they'll be. I just can imagine. Like, even straight women can appreciate attractive women. You know what I mean? So I think that,
More
like,
than fair.
yeah, I get why people would find it appealing. But at the same time, like, women, like, I just want them to be badass. Like, yes, it's great to be pretty, it's great to look a certain way, and it's great to get the audience going. But at the time, like, I don't know, I wouldn't want them to be paired up solely because they would look good together. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Exactly.
I like the idea of the odd couple. But I definitely, I don't know. I mean, I like them as best friends,
Yeah.
but, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm up for whatever. I would give it a chance and see how I liked it. But I can picture Harley Quinn, like, going off on, like, some kind of crazy adventure, and Poison Ivy pulling her in and keeping her focused, and just. I have a friend of mine who, I'm more of the zany one, and she kind of, like, reels me in and tells me to calm down. And so I don't know. I get the appeal. I certainly do. But I like the little bit of rough feminism in there.
Yes, that's badass.
And I think that's why I like Yennefer. Like, she really made The Witcher that much better.
Oh yeah, Yennefer.
Agreed.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was trying to like Yennefer. Yennefer, I know Yennefer. Who
yeah,
is she? Oh, and then you said Witcher. I'm like, yes, that's right.
yeah.
I loved her. We just finished The Witcher 2 days ago. It's been a slow process
Nice.
because so Nick will not binge stuff because he thinks that like he loves The Witcher and he's been waiting for the show. So he wanted to like watch it like you would if it was on cable like once a week. He didn't want to rush right through it because then
Interesting.
he, he had. I know he has so much self control. I am
I
not
do
like
not.
that. I, I'm like Nick. Can we please watch another episode? He made me do that with The Haunting of Hill House. Like he will not binge watch stuff like I will. So we just finished The Witcher last night, and or 2 nights ago, and I loved all the characters in it. There wasn't a single character that I wasn't crazy about, but Yennefer really just made that show, and I loved how she went from like this the ugly outcast, like this drop dead gorgeous girl, but she really didn't give a shit about her looks in the end. Like
Yeah,
she was just so badass.
yeah.
I love her.
The only reason that she took on the upgraded appearance was as a means to an end.
Yeah.
She didn't embrace it for purposes of vanity. She just knew that
And I think this is why I have a problem with like women being always attractive, which is why I don't want, two attractive women dating for the sole purpose of dating.
Well, it said my Discord disconnected. Yeah, I can hear everything you were saying. It was so weird. And then it
I'm
just
kind of going on
reconnected.
I'm
I mean,
kind of going on a rant.
No, that's fine. That's
it was
what
a
we
good
do.
rant though. It was solid. But Nate, I heard you chiming in. I heard you agreeing and stuff. So I don't think you were gone, even if it said that you were gone.
Huh.
So Nate, you like The Witcher?
Oh, I love The Witcher. I thought it was great. It kind of aligns with the video games a bit, so which made some of the fans pretty happy about it. And it's just an amazing show, which was well done. Everything about was like done almost perfectly. I mean, there's a few issues, but it was so well written that it's just you just want it made you want more. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And the factors, the crutch of it, in my opinion, was the beginning where it was kind of like, okay, what's going on? Where is this leading to? And I'm really confused what's going on. But I got, okay, that makes sense. I understand that because more in the video games, you kind of start out as the Witcher because that's the character you're playing. And when they start out somewhere else, it was kind of confusing. And I know The Witcher's a book as well, so it follows more of the book style, to be honest, in my opinion. But it still has all those elements, which is great. It kept all that sustenance, but there's still, small issues, but I look past those, and I'm easy to please.
The timeline was a little odd.
Yeah, that confuses a lot of people.
It took me a couple episodes to be like, oh, okay, so they're showing a flashback. And I actually did not read the books, and I've never played the video game, but Nick has played the video game. So it was kind of, he asked me to watch it with him, and that's right up the kind of stuff that I've always watched with Once Upon a Time and all of that jazz. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it out, and I ended up loving it as much as he did.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hadn't played any of the games or read any of the books either, so I was not expecting to be as drawn into it as I was, but it was almost instant. It was almost like whoosh. I was right there. Particularly the bit where he starts getting taunted by those mercenaries or whatever in the town and has to basically mow his way through them in order to accomplish his task. that sort of like begrudging, oh my god, are we actually doing this? And then just completely wrecking them. That
Mm-hmm.
was, if I wasn't already sucked in, that would have been at the event horizon right there.
So I loved the guy that was following him for a while, and I don't know what the guy's name was, but the one that was always singing and stuff.
Oh, Jaskier?
Oh my word, he killed me. That guy was
Yes.
hilarious.
Yeah, in the books he's called Dandelion, I think, or
Really?
maybe no, or maybe Jaskier was his original name in the books, and they changed it to Dandelion for the games. I'm not sure exactly, but
I
uh,
didn't read the book, and I haven't seen him once in the video game, so I don't know.
yeah. So yeah, Dandy or Dandelion, is he in the games? Do you recognize that name?
No, I haven't met that character once.
But yeah, so yeah, he was. Yeah, they brought him straight across from the books, and um, the one the one thing that they sort of messed up on, and they reflected on this later, and I kind of wonder if they didn't do it on purpose, was part of the mystery of the different time frames coming together, and slowly starting earlier on and then kind of catching up with series story, is that we're not supposed to realize that time is
Different?
disjointed at first,
Yeah.
because Geralt doesn't age, and neither does Yennefer after her upgrade. But they don't show Jaskier aging. And
Ah.
and he's a perfectly normal dude. He's perfectly mortal. So he stays the same age across all these decades that we're going through to connect Geralt with Ciri, and and uh, after the fact, the showrunners were just like, yeah, whoops, we kind of forgot to age the bard. Oh well. But
That's funny.
if they had added aging effects to him, it would have made the process a lot more obvious, and a lot of people would
Mm-hmm.
have just gone, "Oh, I see what's happening," a lot sooner. So
Right.
I wonder if maybe they didn't hedge that bet on purpose uh, to make people not realize that time was moving the way it was.
No, I mean, I wouldn't have even guessed that, to be totally honest, because I mean, I was not a Witcher fan prior to going into it, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even. I just I loved their casting choice. I loved seeing people of color traditionally white roles too.
Yes.
You know, they I loved that. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, and I really loved the casting that they did, and Jennifer obviously was the best, but I also liked um, is his last name Cavill?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I like.
Henry Cavill. Yes.
Yep, I liked him way better in this role than in Super.
I would agree with that. I loved him as Superman, but he seemed a lot more comfortable in this role than he did as Clark.
Mhm.
I think he was getting to explore more of his range, and and to inhabit a character that he enjoyed more. Um, being able to portray so much emotion with mere grunts and growls and the occasional f bomb.
I loved
So good.
every time he did that.
Yeah,
I thought it was hilarious.
yeah. Uh, when he says, "Oh, I'll just take the surprise thing, just like you did. It'll be fine." And then immediately the girl throws up like morning sickness, and I'm
Yep.
instantly going, "Ah!" And he's just like, fuck.
Fuck.
It's just like,
That line is the best line he's ever had, by the way. Fuck.
I thought it was hilarious.
so well done. Just like you walked right into it, like a cartoon tunnel with Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, but it was perfect. It was really
Too bad you
it was
can't wear
really
both.
well done.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. I'm
I thought-
speaking to Nico.
Oh, ha.
I have a guest in my on my island on Animal Crossing. That's
Oh,
the
nice.
game that's playing right now. It's like the
Alright, so-
perfect podcast actual game because it's so peaceful and tranquilical, and I can play this game and we can talk.
So did you all watch The Tiger King?
I haven't yet.
No, I don't even know what it's about.
I would not.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would not recommend watching.
Really?
Yeah. There's animal
rough.
cruelty.
Yeah. And you know what's horrible is I didn't know prior to watching the documentary,
Oh no.
and I established vacation. Yep.
Oh,
Was
that's
that
not
one of those? And now I feel like total. We didn't know.
That's terrible.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I have been following the Big Cat Rescue on Facebook for years.
Really.
And I sort of was tangentially aware of the fact that whatever her name is, Carol Baskin,
Baskin, yeah.
had a hit taken out on her by this one guy from out west, but I didn't know much more about it than that. But apparently, in the documentary, you kind of see the dark side of Big Cat Rescue as well, of Carol as well, and it's gonna be weird for me to see that the darker side of that, having been a fan of their work for some time. So I'm waiting till I'm in the right mindset to watch it, because it'll be sad getting my illusion shattered and stuff.
Yeah, no, I definitely get it. You know what? There's a lot of polygamy in the Big Cat world. Like there's just so much polygamy, and I didn't even know that was a thing. Both like all the key players in this were into polygamy. Odd.
That is interesting. I didn't realize that was a commonality.
It was almost like a prerequisite for anyone that was going to own tigers.
Is polygamy like multiple marriages?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's, I mean, not that I have no disagreement to your choices of, it's just odd choice.
It for sure was odd. I did not see polygamy being that was so.
Yeah.
So done so frequently in like one set of types of people, I guess, or one. I don't even know what to call it. One occupation.
Yeah. Or vocation. There,
Yeah.
for some of them it was more like a calling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with quote unquote unconventional romantic structures, so long as it's not destructive, so long as it's not dysfunctional.
Yeah, I mean,
But it sounded like there was a lot of dysfunction.
a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are an able, like, if you're of sound mind and body and you want to date someone who has more than one partner, or you all want to be partners, and you're a grown up who is fully capable of making your own decisions, then by all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
But the thing that is when people get in the cult and there's like brainwashing it.
Well, that's just the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Um, yeah. That. I mean, the whole brainwashing thing definitely removes the essential consent from the whole thing. You know, the it's like what was it? The Nexium,
Yeah.
the mind control human trafficking cult thing that Chloe from Smallville ended up in.
Yep.
Yeah,
She was one of the key players.
yeah, it just destroyed me. Like you talk about having your illusion shattered.
Damn.
I had a crush on Allison Mack for years, and then all of a sudden, what? She's doing what? Yeah. But I mean, people can do what they want with their hearts, with their bodies, with their love lives or what have you. Just I
But
mean,
if you start branding people, then there's
yes,
a problem there.
yeah. There's when you start programming people and actively harming people that are a part of that circle, that betrays a massive uh, bit of human trust. It just, yeah, everything goes out the window.
I mean, like I said, if you're a grown person who is, mentally capable of making decisions and you are in a functioning, healthy situation, regardless if it's 2, 4, 6,
Yeah,
then more power to you.
yeah,
But there's certain elements of that kind of thing that me out.
yeah.
I'm drawing a peacock now that I talked about my story. I'm back to drawing.
That's awesome.
I'm playing hide and seek.
So I know you mentioned Doom earlier, Nate. Nick just beat Doom last night.
Internal?
Uh, I, I don't know. I can
The
ask him.
the very newest one.
That's the
Maybe.
newest one.
I'll message him on Facebook. He's in the living room.
Hey! Poke, poke, poke.
Hold on, I'll ask. And he's playing a game right now, so I don't,
Oh, hurry up! No,
respond to me right away. But I have my laptop here because I've been messaging my family to bring me in the water and stuff like that. So
bring me water, damn it! I deserve sustenance!
so
I'm just kidding.
he'll message me back and stuff. I'm not kidding. I really did. My daughter to bring me in water.
No, dude, fair enough.
Yeah.
Proper application of the technology involved.
Of course, I'm busy. I told him not to talk to me for 2 hours because here I am asking for stuff on Facebook. What are you gonna do? So my son has been, okay, so he claims that he doesn't school, but he's been bored out of it. So he's been playing Call of Duty a lot, but then I walked into his room today for Batman. Arkham Asylum, I think.
Oh, nice.
So he's got video games in his house. Oh,
I mean, the Arkham series of games is pretty sweet. Um, at least Arkham Asylum and Arkham City both were. That I heard that Arkham Knight was disappointing, and there was a prequel game that was done by a different developer that wasn't as good. But Asylum and City were top-notch Batman games.
Arkham Asylum
Yep.
and Arkham City were amazing. The third one, not so good.
yeah. I bought him all 3, and I won. But I know that I bought them all.
No, no, I hear the third one. It's not. I mean, it's worth playing, but it's not worth getting and going into. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that when they came out, I bought all three of them. I walked
Yeah.
again, and they came out years ago.
They did. They
Wasn't
did.
it?
You probably got a
Yeah.
good deal on them, right?
Well, no, I bought them when they came out. Like, it was, I think it was seriously like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's a while ago. I bought the first one when it came out, and it's amazing. I really enjoyed it. And then I bought the second one and, like, blown away. It's like everything I want in a Batman game.
Yeah.
I mean, it has collectibles, it has all kinds of different things that you can just really enjoy.
I remember I bought a Arkham Knight T-shirt for our very first live podcast panel at PortCon. Because I hadn't played the game, but I thought that the character design for the Arkham Knight was really cool.
Yeah. So how disappointed in life are you guys
Is that the what?
that the cons are being canceled?
Oh,
Well, we wanted to go to the Bangor one and I knew you were gonna be there, and it was just
yeah,
disappointing.
we were going to see you. We were going to see Commander Riker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that was going to be boss. We were also talking about working a table at Anime Boston, so that we could go to that one as well. And I have a lot of friends from New Hampshire when I was growing up who always go to Anime Boston, so I was going to get to see them. But I mean, we know it's for the greater good. We know it's important. We know that if some of these things had gotten canceled, then the situation could well be worse than it is.
True.
But at the same time, con season is kind of our natural habitat. You know, it's when we kind of do our thing before we go back into hibernation until next spring.
Say hi to all the people and
Yeah.
So I had a booth at the Bangor Con that got canceled. Well, they said they might postpone it to the fall.
Yeah.
we might
So-
try to go then.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully.
I'm hoping that they'll be able to do that in the fall. And then I got a booth at the Port Con flea market. That was in the Portland Mall. And I don't know if that's yet. They haven't let us know, but I'm sure it's gonna be. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was the end of May. And then I had a booth in at the Nashua KidCon in June, and that's so now I'm gonna go to the Portland KidCon instead in November. And then I have the Boston Fan Expo, the one that I'm most excited about. That's not till August, and I'm just praying that stuff fixed by then. Because, like, that's gonna be huge. Like, the Hobbits are gonna be there. I'm so excited.
Wow.
Like Elijah Wood. I don't want that one to get canceled.
No.
Oh, Elijah Wood, he's been doing his own thing lately.
Yeah, all of the Hobbits are gonna be there for the con. And then I don't know the gentleman's first or his real name, but do you remember the guy that plays Sydney kind of time, like the first season? He was Regina's kind of like gopher guy.
Oh, the guy who the guy who was in the mirror.
Yeah,
Yes, I love
can't-
him.
he's gonna be at the Boston Fan Expo too, and I can't name it.
Giancarlo something.
Possibly, but he's gonna be there, and I think I might try to get a meet and greet, as long as
Hold on.
He's looking up stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I really could
It's
not
showing me his
find
picture,
it.
but it's not telling me the actor's name. Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay, yeah.
Um, yeah, I love
Sounds
him.
very
I especially love it when he plays villains. Um, he he was the villain in a show called Revolution, which Nissa and I really liked. Um, about a an alternate future where an EMP had wiped out all technology and nothing electrical worked at all, and he played
Oh,
like
wow.
this. He played like this warlord, this general of a faction that was like ruling the post apocalyptic world. And he is the voice of Lex Luthor in the Harley Quinn cartoon. Um,
Oh, is he? That's awesome.
yeah, and he plays a character called Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. And he is just so cool. He just exudes badassery whenever he's on the screen. I know he was in Better Call Saul or um, Breaking Bad as well, but I haven't seen either of those, so I don't know what kind of character he played.
Yeah, neither.
Uh,
But anyway, I'm
yeah.
hoping that the fan expo.
Oh, that would be so cool. I would love to meet Elijah Wood. I have a
Would you?
baseball. I would. I would like to meet Elijah Wood. Uh, and it's not just because of his dreamy blue eyes. Shut up. Uh,
Would you? If you could meet Elijah Wood, would you? Sorry.
how, how much would Elijah Wood meet if Elijah Wood could meet? I don't know. But I have one of the shiny multicolored baseball hats for Back to the Future Part Two, and I would totally get him to sign that for me because
Yeah.
that was one of his first movies.
Aw, he was actually wasn't very first movie. Probably the other child.
The Good Son.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I don't know if that was his first movie, but it was definitely really early in his career. I'm pretty sure one of Back to the Future Part Two was one of his very first movies because his part in that was so tiny. He just shows up in the arcade in 2015 and makes fun of Marty for playing this retro 80s arcade game.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like
You gotta
how
use
they
your hands. That's like a baby's toy.
they predicted the future.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the future is hoarding toilet paper.
I get all the toilet paper. I am the king.
As as far as futures go, as far as fictional futures go, I think I would have preferred the future from Back to the Future Part Two, rather than the future from Supernatural, which is where we're ending up. Because Chuck makes that reference to hoarding toilet paper, and that's what everyone's doing.
Yeah, I am proud to say I am not hoarding toilet paper.
I am not hoarding toilet paper. We've had toilet paper, the same toilet paper, for like before the epidemic came. Because
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
we do. We
Yeah,
buy
but
bulk.
you buy toilet paper in bulk anyway.
Yeah, I
Uh,
bought it like a while
That's a-
ago.
That's a good idea to buy it in bulk, but only like once a month or once
Yeah,
every
as
2
you
months.
need it. Yeah.
Right?
I tell you, crazy, crazy times.
True story.
So you know how Matt, you made the comment about, and this was on Messenger, not during the podcast, but the puppy on a wax floor.
Oh yes,
Puppy
yes,
on a
yes.
wax floor?
I absolutely okay. I I don't know if Matt wants to say what we were talking about. That's fine. But
Yeah, no, it's a
basically,
comment that I've made before. It's fine. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
we were
like
talking about
slipping and
like
trying to
you
get
know
up on all fours. So I can just imagine this dog just like, I can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if you've seen, a puppy on a Rex kitchen floors, like sliding this way and that, and like crashing into the dishwasher, and you know,
I
yeah,
picture all four legs going out from underneath the puppy
yeah,
and like the puppy sliding on his belly.
yep, and then trying to pick himself up and then going hurtling to the left, or maybe back to the right, just oh my god, overcompensating. Yeah. So yeah, that is how um, that is the metaphor I've chosen to use to describe my sexuality, because I never know which direction it's going to go in.
But I absolutely loved that metaphor to the point that I am stealing it. No, I mean
Oh,
I don't
nice.
know.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I just thought that that was like a perfect metaphor for something like that is just unpredictable and so after you and I had that conversation, and I think I told you in the conversation that I loved that metaphor.
Yes.
So
Cryptic metaphor.
I like texted it to myself so I never forget it. In case I ever need a metaphor, I might steal that, but
Oh
or
yeah.
I'll change the word.
Never
But
gonna give
Yeah, I
you
mean,
up and never gonna let.
it's high praise coming from you.
The
As,
highest.
as
love
a
that.
published, praised writer, a mistress of her craft, I take that as the highest compliment. Thank you.
Aw, awesome. So I can steal it from you, and there'll be no hard feelings.
Oh, absolutely. It's not even theft. You can have it.
Aw.
Yeah, yeah. Have it on me.
Aren't you generate? Aren't you generous?
Generous. I thought that was great. So I was like, oh my word, he's a genius.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I've nicked particular phrasing for plenty of people in the past, so it only seems right to pay it forward.
All right. Well, I'm glad that I got that off my chest because I felt bad for a little while.
I'm immune.
Absolutely no.
I'm immune.
Did you did you see the joke I made in the Discord?
No.
And all this time pretending to be a tree, and he's actually managed to put down roots. But yeah, awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
a tree.
no, I hope that it benefits you and it benefits your readers.
Aw, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm currently working on another project, so I don't know when I'll be able to use it, but it'll definitely be a fourth. I picked up little like sayings here, little like descriptive passages like
Yeah.
through like movies and stuff, and I always text to myself just in case I ever am looking back. Like, oh wait, I'll be good.
Yeah.
So do you guys ever use Skillshare?
Skillshare?
Do you know what Skillshare is?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard Nate talk about it before. I've not used it myself.
So I have a Skillshare account. And, I was learning like different words to use if you're writing, yada yada yada. So like one of the things we want to do was come up with an unexpected detail, and like like in a paragraph it's stuck. You throw in an unexpected detail, and then you keep going with the writing. So like you say this really crazy off the wall thing, and you keep writing like it never even happened. So that's when I thought that the puppy on a wax explore would be that unexpected detail that I would be able
You would be able to what? I'm sorry.
that I'd be able to like sew into my writing, but use that as the unexpected detail.
Yeah. Yes. Um, yeah. Um, I will frequently latch onto. Um, I can't think of any right now. Particular phrases in. Um,
To turn a phrase?
yeah. How do you turn a phrase?
Ha
Um, in stuff like Neil Gaiman or Alan Moore or what have you, that just sticks with me, that haunts me, and I will try to process this haunting by working it in other places. Um, the only the only thing I could think of that I a recurring phrase that I myself came up with and then have worked into other stuff was it describing Neil Gaiman's Death of the Endless. I described her as having uh, uh, skin as pale as moonlight's ghost and hair as dark as midnight in morning. And for some reason, that particular phraseology, like, you did good with this, keep this. And I've worked it into other stories since then, describing pale, ghostly figures with dark hair.
No, I like that.
Thank you.
Stolen!
Alright,
No, kidding.
so-
Hey!
That's another one that I'm gonna use. No, I'm kidding. I won't.
No, fair enough. I mean,
So, Nick
cross-pollinating.
has. I'm sorry.
Cross-pollinating.
All right. So Nick responded to my message, and apparently it is not the. It is the one 2000.
2016?
So my boyfriend is officially late because he hasn't played the new Doom.
Oh, what have you?
No.
No, hey. I plan to continue a live stream of the Doom 16. I haven't beaten it yet, and I still really love it though. It's really fun. I have it for my Nintendo Switch as well.
Yeah, that's what he did 2 days ago with the.
I really enjoy Doom because you can really take on the elements of hell and brutalize all the demons and all that, and just it's fun. Just a bag of fun.
He loved it.
I recommend it to anyone, and check out our stream if you're ever interested in seeing me play it. That's not a plug-in at all.
Yeah, he wants me to start playing videos with him more. And it's like, the thing with video games, they suck up a lot of your time.
They do.
And I have so much to do. Like with my writing, just being a mom and a house and, getting beauty sleep and he's forever, just
I don't blame you. I mean, I have a job. I do 3.5 Geeks. I play video games. I come up with ideas all the time, and I have to write for a campaign. I have to come up with ideas for a campaign. I'm fully loaded all the time.
yeah.
And I'm actually trying to write stuff, and I, for some reason, can't pick up back on writing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you had done any writing, because you had sent me some of your writing, like a year ago.
Well, yeah, that was a year ago. That's right.
It was a while ago, so I was actually if you've gotten anything done, and if you think you're still gonna follow that path or try to, or
I might hop back on. It depends on if a lot of it's the like lightning in a bottle kind of effect on that writing, that part of the writing.
yeah.
I mean, I guess my grammar sucks. But
Yeah, but that can be fixed. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible speller. I rely heavily on autocorrect, and if
So
I
do
want
I.
to use a word that I know that will work, I Google it, and I'm a horrible speller, but you can make it work. You can figure it out. There's editing and there's Grammarly. You could download
Oh, I have
that app.
Grammarly. I've been using
Yeah,
Grammarly.
so you could do it.
The paid version is better because you can be like, oh, you're trying to write a story, so we'll try to fit it better as a story than anything else. But yeah, yeah, I'm still kind of writing it. I actually started another writing piece as well.
That's
And then
awesome.
I started another thing as well. As I was like, I'm gonna make my own RPG, and I have a lot of bare bones for the start of it, but I haven't really gotten really into it because there's a section where I kind of want it, where I'm fusing like D&D and several other games together to create this thing that I know will work well, but I gotta really put more time and effort into it. It's just I
Well,
have a lot of other things I want to do.
and it'll come. And if you force it, like if you sit down and you force something out on a page, chances are it's not going to be your best.
Yeah,
You
that's why
really,
I'm just kind of like, oh, if it comes back to my brain again, I will continue on to what I was going to talk about.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, right out.
So I'm glad you mentioned D&D because I am having the hardest time finding anybody to start a game in my brother.
I'm
He has
sorry.
been on the we have been on the hunt for people to play because I've never played it. My brother went out and bought us the five, I think. I'm not sure.
Fifth edition.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the fifth
But
edition.
and I can't find a single freaking person to come play with me and my brother, and we can't do it by ourselves.
You'll have to do it by Discord
Yeah, we're
because
not.
no one, we're social distancing each other. Our D&D game is on Discord now because of that.
Yeah, actually, that makes. I hope we're not socially distancing forever, and I would like to be able to like host a D&D party, like maybe like once a month or something.
Yeah.
But we're trying to find people that play it.
Um, I did. I did actually get to run a one shot um, for my friend Kim and her kids uh, very recently. So I was able to kind of uh, dust off the whole GM thing. Um, and if it's D&D Fifth Edition, I know that system pretty well.
Matt's a pro.
So yeah, once we get through this, if you guys still can't, find anyone, let me know, and we'll see about maybe running uh, like online over Discord uh, uh, or meeting somewhere to play. You just let me
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
yeah, no,
because
definitely. I talked to you about it before, though, hadn't I?
you did,
I
you
think.
did,
Yes.
Yeah.
and at the time, I was concerned about um, the distance to be traveled
Yeah.
and so forth, but I was also super nervous because I the last time um, I actually ran a game was over a decade ago, somewhere between 12 and 15 years. And when I did it then, I was a complete rookie. I had never done it before. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but now that I've kind of made the jump into um, getting back into to actually doing it, and I've proven to myself that I can do it, I'm less apprehensive about it. Um, so if you guys, you weren't able to find any local games to join in or what have you, I I I will do my best to try and help you guys make it work because it's an amazing hobby and no one should be without it if you want to
Yeah.
be a part of it. So yeah,
Yeah. No.
you
Absolutely.
yeah. Once hopefully this social distancing thing dials down, I'll see if I can find a day in my schedule to help you guys out if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah. Absolutely. You know,
fantastic.
me and my brother have been trying to get together, and I had somebody that was possibly. So I have two brothers, and they are. So my younger brother and growing up, our older brother didn't, but so he lived with his mom, and it was me and my younger brother and my younger sister. Well, me and my younger brother are like we're geeks together. We always got into like the conversations that we're having now, you know, superheroes and comic books and all that was my brother, and he is very very much into the D&D kind of stuff. So
Nice.
when my older brother bought the set, and he was like, okay, so it's gonna be us three, we can do it. Well, my younger brother lives out away, so my older brother lives with me. My younger brother lives an hour away from me. So trying to get my younger brother here for us to play has been an issue. But ideally, it would be me and my two brothers, and then other people to join.
Okay.
So I think, yeah. I mean, my brothers they're a lot like stuff that we like.
Where do you live again?
That's awesome.
Richmond,
Richmond.
yeah. I think it's really weird because I think there's a person, and I can't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure he's in the 3.5 geek group that we're in, and I'm pretty sure he lives in Richmond too.
Really? The 3.5 Geeks
Yeah.
are us or the 3.5 Geeks
Yeah.
Basic?
Ara.
Yeah.
Like I'm fairly certain he lives in Richmond, and I only have seen him online, so I like don't even know this kid's name. But I remember like seeing him in our Richmond page, and then all of a sudden he like posted in the 3.5 Geeks R Us. I was like, wait a second, I know that guy.
It's a
So
small
yeah,
world.
We know a lot
it's
of
a
people,
small world.
so.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always posting the most random things in that page as well, or that group, I should say.
The Facebook one, right?
Yeah. It's,
I'm going to add a person.
Randomness is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we try to spread out all over Maine, everywhere we can. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. We have a respectful community. Respect each other. You know,
I
and
actually added there's this other guy that I know. His name's Nick too, and he does a lot of live on Twitch and stuff like that. And I added to the group a while back. So
nice,
I personally love the group, so I'm adding everyone that might possibly like it too.
nice.
Excellent. Thank you for spreading the gospel of geek.
We really appreciate it. I
I
mean, we
I
want
mean I go ahead.
we want 3.5 geeks. This is like what we like to do here, but we want it to be more. We want
Yeah.
to be like the creative side of everyone else as well. We want to support other people, and we want a community to grow and have a community. I mean, it's not just about us and our podcast and the Let's Play videos and all that. No. It's about everybody.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The whole point, at least as I've understood it, for a 3.5 Geeks, is sort of like an anti-gatekeeping kind of thing. That we want to encourage everyone to embrace their geekery on whatever level they feel comfortable doing so, and if more people get invited to that party, so much the better.
Because everyone's welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome. I mean, the gatekeeping. Be honest, I never thought of it like that, Matt.
Yeah.
But it's like everyone you you like stuff and I like stuff, and there's a similar bond to each other. Eventually we have a leap like, oh, I mean, you can get together. It was like, oh, I like D&D, you like D&D, so I didn't know that. You might like sports, but I also like D&D and you like it, or I like Batman and you like Marvel or whatever, but at the same time I like video games. We both like video games. Okay, we can play off that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why it's a general variety thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I love
like a
the
salad.
And I've always pretty much considered myself a geek, so I think I fit in very well.
You're a geek. We're all geeks. Hey, I'm a geek. Sorry. I met him.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Kel?
Yeah. I did.
No way.
So I walked up right to him, right? At one of the Bangor cons. And I'm like, dude, I love your show and all that. He wasn't busy at all. And I was trying to catch him at a good time so he wouldn't be upset or anything like that. And I'm like, dude, I know you like Marvel, and I don't have what you like, but I have this statue of the Captain America and a metal shield. Would you like this? Because I really appreciate what you've done. You affected my childhood, and it was great. And he's like, oh, yeah, thank you so much. He's like, you know what, man? Here, have my name tag. You can be Ed, too. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. What a guy. I have the name tag upstairs.
So wait, he wore his Ed name tag to the Bangor Con?
He had a few of them, like, on standby for people who would pay.
No way.
But I got one without paying. It was cool. And then I gave him my card, but, he probably didn't. He probably threw that away afterwards.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He probably gets a lot of cards.
Oh, yeah. But, I wanted to take the chance.
So, have you met a lot of celebrities, or was he, like...
That's the first time I ever met, really, celebrities.
Yeah. I mean, we've met a handful. Mostly just because of the cons we've gone to and stuff like that.
Right.
I met Colin Baker, who was the 6th Doctor on Doctor Who. My friend Kim, the same one I did the one shot for, she desperately wanted to meet him, but was feeling nervous, so I walked up there with her, and we both got to meet him. I bumped into Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura, outside of the bathroom at Bangor Comic Con.
Wow.
Yeah, I was coming out. She was, her handler was wheeling her into the ladies' room right next to me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" She's like, "Oh, it's great." We exchanged 2 words. She was luminous.
Who was it again?
Yeah, what's up?
Who was that again?
Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura from the original Star Trek.
Oh, yeah. No, I actually had a conversation with her. Like a legit conversation at the convention. Like, I went to her booth, like, hey, is it going? How is everything treating you? I literally would go up to every single one of those celebrities and I'm like, how's it going? I hope you're well, everything. And I would have a casual conversation because That's what people like. They don't want you
Yeah,
to be
and
like, oh my God, it's you, blah, blah, blah. No, they want you to
met
treat you
Vern
like a
Troyer
person.
the same way, right?
Yep, I totally met
We,
Ven
we,
Troy the same way. Well, I
uh,
bet money to get his autograph, but I met him the
we
same way.
we met Jim Cummings, who's a famous voice actor, does a lot of Disney characters. He's Darkwing Duck. Um,
Nice.
he's currently Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. Um, and like you name a Disney thing, you've probably heard his voice in it. Um, and and very recently, uh, um, Nate and I both got to meet Felicia Day, who was
Yeah.
who was on.
I saw them. I don't hate me, Nate, but I had to ask Matt who she was. I didn't know who she was.
It's all good. It's all good. She's not like super famous, but
No,
she's
she's not.
definitely famous in nerd circles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and and for a while at least, she was everyone's nerd crush. Uh,
Yeah.
because of her involvement with stuff like the Guild and Doctor Horrible's sing along blog, and more recently Supernatural. She played Charlie on Supernatural. Um, and but the thing that really kind of injected her into my consciousness was the fact that she was one of the uh, potential slayers in the final season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And so she was there at the final battle when they all got their powers, started fighting those Uber vamps. It was pretty badass.
Uber Vance.
Yeah.
Is it like something you take a ride in?
Uh, you hope not. I mean, they were vampires, but they had armored skin, so you couldn't get a stake through them. You couldn't stake them in the heart or behead them.
Iron
So they were
skin.
like, yeah. So if one of them takes you for a ride, it's not going to be a good scene.
See, the only celebrities I've ever met were, when I was the Once Upon a Time, I met like most of them.
Yeah.
A good handful of them. I really bring up any excuse I can to talk about that because that was one of the greatest weekends of my.
As well you should. That's
You
epic.
definitely, yeah. I don't blame you. That's great. I met.
Like,
Sorry,
go
no,
ahead.
go on. No, you go on. I can
I was
wait.
just gonna say I am like counting down the moments until I can go to another Once Upon a because that was just absolutely amazing. And then I've met a couple rappers. And do you know who Peyton List is? She's a Disney actress.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I know a different Peyton List. I know the brunette one who's on all these CW shows. I don't know the blonde one.
Yeah. So we met the blonde one. I brought my kids to meet her.
Come to Butthead.
That's
awesome.
pretty awesome. Yeah. I think Tim, our friend Tim, knows of both of them because his daughter's really into Disney and he's really into Disney. So you would have seen her on all the Disney stuff. But he also likes the Arrowverse shows, and she was in some of those, like the other one, the brunette one, and she just showed up in both Charmed and Star Trek Picard almost at the same time. So wait, what is happening? But yeah, no. So it's interesting that they both have the same name though, because I didn't think you could be a member of the Screen Actors Guild and have the same name as another member. So I wonder what the loophole is there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely no idea. But I was really looking forward to the Bangor Con. Foley was supposed to be there, and that's another thing of my geek background is I've always really loved wrestling, and
Oh.
Oh my
I
God.
always I always loved it.
Axe.
Yeah.
So
No, wrestling is awesome.
I liked it up until I was probably a teenager. Well, I mean, like 13 or 14, I stopped watching it as much. But when the Hardy Boys were there, that was like at the my wrestling fandom. So I really was looking forward to possibly meet Foley.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed.
I got to
Yeah.
meet Jake the Snake.
I've heard that Mick is one of the good ones, one of the real nice guys in people in person. So that is kind of a bummer. I hope when they reschedule Bangor that he's able to make it to the new date because that
Me
would be
too.
cool. Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
work
don't.
just sent me a
Have
message.
you been in contact with anyone about the Bangor Con? Because
No.
when they canceled it, I messaged them because obviously, like, I'm a vendor, so I want to know like what's going on with my booth or whatever. So they are going. They when they made the announcement that they were canceling the Bangor Con, they hadn't really been able to contact anybody about a further date. So they told me that they're gonna try to shoot for this fall. But if
Bang!
not, then they're not gonna have another booth this year. That
That sucks. I totally
does.
understand.
It does. And I mean, like, I can get internet sales and stuff, so I'm kind of relying on the internet sales for my books, but it's not the same as having, like, an actual booth. You know what I mean?
Yep. Understood. I totally get it. Nothing's like a booth. I enjoyed a booth. We were actually gonna consider getting a booth at the con and the comic expo in Maine. I mean
Yeah.
Portland. You know.
Yeah. You guys saw that Ben's not doing that anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of a bummer, but I mean, he looks like he's doing a lot of cosplay cons, isn't he? Is
Yes.
that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing different things. He went to PAX recently.
He went to what?
He went to PAX, his convention.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It was funny because at the comic expo that we just had, when was the last one? October? Is that the last time I saw you guys?
Comic
The
Expo.
one that we were in Louis.
Lewiston. Oh yeah, no, that was like in Octoberish. Yes, I was there.
Yeah.
We were
So
covering it.
yeah, yeah. I know you guys had this picture of my booth for me, but no, he when I was packing up my booth, he was trying to tell me that he'd give me a booth in his Texas con that he did. Like I don't know if he hadn't filled the booth or not, but it was like short notice. It was like a month away.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really short.
Yeah, there was no way. He's like, oh, I can give you the booth for like half price or whatever it was, and there was just absolutely no way that I would have pulled that off. So I was kind of bummed. I would have liked to have gone.
yeah. Um, yeah, I got the feeling that yeah, the attendance for that con he did out west and the more recent Great Lakes expos that he did here, the attendance was not quite there, and the fact that he had to like scramble to get a venue. Um,
Yeah, 'cause the other one like pulled out last minute, didn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
yeah, that they were like renovating or something, and they didn't tell
Yeah.
him until like the last second. I got the impression he was kind of crestfallen by all that, so he's kind of just going back to his roots and working on the cosplay convention website, which was kind of his baby from the beginning.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think he might come around. I think there was a really good turnout last May when we were at the arena over by the Auburn Mall.
yeah,
So that one was really great. And but the thing is like I'm from the Lewiston Auburn area, so I think that if he had picked a different part of, because I know he's from Lewiston too. So if he had picked like a different part of Maine, it would have been a different potential audience. You know what I mean? Instead of doing one in Auburn, it's one in Lewiston. You're getting the same. You're getting
Huh.
the same people.
Same people?
Well, yeah. I think that if he had like maybe tried to go for like I don't know like Westbrook or somewhere down there, that it might have attracted a different crowd. Because there was a lot of people at the May Cup that we had in by the Auburn Mall.
Yeah,
that's a good traffic.
traffic is hard to do in Maine. I mean, there are other places that benefit in traffic more, like Massachusetts, Boston. There's some really good places out there, but Maine is kind of. It's big, but it's small. The community is.
Yeah, I mean there's not a lot of people here, and like there's not everybody likes cons. When it was kind of disheartening when I was getting ready to go to the one in May. It was like my first one ever, and I was so excited. And I saw like all these comics on Facebook about like I don't know, just the people that go to cons and stuff, and it was just really unnecessary. So I feel like on top of Maine being small, the community for cons is smaller.
Hmm.
And it's kind of sad.
It
I
is
like
sad.
them. They're so much fun.
I
Yeah.
like a good con.
So I'm coloring.
Coloring? What are you coloring?
Yeah, well, so no, I drew the fruit and now I'm coloring fruit.
What fruit is it?
I have grapes, cherries, a lemon, a watermelon, orange.
Another watermelon? It's like your signature.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have a face on it. The first one had a face.
Yeah, so this is like a remix.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just doodling. And my dog is sleeping on my bed.
Oh.
She's my baby. She's curled up on my bed while I'm coloring.
I have my feet up on the hard drive of my computer, and Malcav, our gray kitty, is curled up in a ball on my legs, so I can't put my feet down.
Now you can't move.
Now,
No! Matt's trapped! I'll have to go to Gorm to save him! I'll be right back! No.
no, it's okay. Let me face the peril.
No, it's too perilous!
My daughter does that whenever my dog's sleeping on her and I ask to like go. She's like, but mom, I can't. Jada's sleeping.
Nissa and I use that all the time. I can't do it now. There's a cat on me. And then,
Excuses!
And then Nissa will almost universally do the thing to summon the cat away from my lap and to her.
So you have to get up.
The betrayal! How dare you!
That's funny. So I watched Nissa's interview that was posted online about
Oh,
the.
yeah.
Yeah, how's she doing?
She just posted the announcement that because Governor Mills has given us a stay-in-place order statewide, um, she's going to have to remain closed uh, for another month.
Ah,
And,
Yeah.
um, this morning, she was feeling, she was feeling the stir crazy for the first time because my wife
a social.
is an ex-broker. I mean, we were talking earlier about like the dynamic in couples, the person who's a little wilder and more adventurous getting grounded by the more reserved person, and the more reserved person getting encouraged to let their hair down a little by the more adventurous one. Well, in our relationship, I'm the grounded one who needs to let his hair down, and she's the adventurous one that I kind of have to rein in a little sometimes.
Well, you kind of have
Uh,
to rein her in now because,
well,
yeah,
she's
not that yeah, I want you to. I'm just saying.
she's coping with the being not being able to work, not being able to go on adventures, but it's not a fun time.
I
Um,
only can imagine.
and yeah, she has been baking a lot.
Oh, damn.
Shit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. Today, she made Rice Krispie treats and blueberry muffins. So when I got home from work, I had my choices of snacks. It was amazing.
That is
Um,
amazing.
yeah. Um, but yeah, um, she she is the candle that lights other candles. But
Yeah.
she doesn't want to burn in place for too long.
I
Um,
get it.
yeah.
She's
Um,
made us food at D&D nights in Gorham at our
yeah,
friend
yeah.
Ray's. In Ray's little basement, well, I wouldn't say basement. It's like a little.
Yeah. Well, it started out as a basement. Now it's a full on game room. But yeah, she was doing a cookout. She made us burgers and stuff, and then there was that time she made nachos. Yeah, she's awesome.
We
But
really appreciate it.
it's I will pass that on to her. The fact that we're a two income household, um, three if you count Ruth's disability, but we're a two income household that's now down to one income. And if I get laid off from my job, which could happen, then we're up a creek.
Yeah.
There's a stimulus package coming out though, Matt. It's actually coming,
Yeah,
but not until a month.
yeah.
So you
Yeah,
have a
but
quite the wait.
but you can get employment, can't you?
I could. I
Yes,
don't
but
think
she
Nissa
can't.
can because Nissa's self-employed, and the rules for her are different. She may be able to now once they like if they make any kind of changes or what have you at a governmental state level, what have you. But until then, um, it's just sort of uh, we we make do. Like she said in her interview, thankfully um, a lot of her clients are paying ahead for services they haven't even received yet.
That's
Some
awesome.
people are buying gift cards. Um, so we've got a trickle, a modicum of income from that, which we wouldn't ordinarily have at the cost of not having that money later.
So
Um,
where's her salon? Is it in Portland?
it's in South Portland, right near Cash Corner. Um, uh, there's a whole kind of uh, bunch of businesses right in a row where there's like a gas station and a Dairy Queen, and then this small plaza with a Dollar General in it, and right next to the Dollar General is Harper Method Hair, and that's where Nissa would be working now if it wasn't shut.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm gonna need my hair done But
Well,
I'll need someone to do it.
yeah, I invite you to zing her an email or to zing her a line when the dust settles from this, because she is
Yeah,
a master of her craft.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know it's a rough situation for everybody. It's just,
Yeah.
but for sure.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
Construction
we're
site,
counting our
well,
blessings. Both of us are healthy so far. My exposure at work um, is very minimal because I'm basically working in an office by myself in a side of the building by myself
Me
because
too.
yeah.
wow. I
I've
wish I
been
was
I've
by
been
myself.
Yeah.
I've been working in a locked office. Like I go in, I do my work. It's very limited because we're not at the time, but I'm doing a lot of paperwork, and I lock the door behind me because nobody needs to come in. We're not open right now. Like essentially we're closed even though I'm still working. So I'll go in, I'll lock the door behind me, and then I am in the office by myself if none of my coworkers stop in all day long.
Well, that's
All
good.
day long. Yeah. It's not bad. I've been listening to a lot of true crime podcasts,
I was
so
gonna say you've probably been listening to a lot of podcasts. I was just about to say that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll listen to this one in its entirety at work whenever. Like, are you gonna do like edits or whatnot, or is it gonna be available right away?
It's gonna be available right away because we're always live now.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
it gets uploaded to YouTube fairly automatically. Just takes time to
cool.
process.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
so I'll be listening to
Everything,
it tomorrow probably.
all the live shows are now like automatically on YouTube.
Yeah, this will give me something to listen to tomorrow while I'm doing my paperwork all by myself.
awesome. Awesome.
For sure. So you know how you said you and this is dynamic is like like the Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn.
Mhm.
That's definitely Nick and I. That
Excellent.
that so Nick is way more like conservative and reserved. He's quiet. Like I know you both have met him, but have you actually talked?
Maybe 3 words.
Yeah.
Just
See,
standard greetings.
he's a pretty quiet guy, and then there's me who can talk for 2 hours without anything. So
Right?
it's pretty funny. We're definitely like polar opposites of that. So
Yeah.
I get the dynamic.
It's it's the same. It's the same deal. The same yin yang thing.
Yep, I get it. I get it.
I'm the more outgoing one out of us, I guess. I
Are
mean, we're
you?
both introverts, but I'm the more, hey, let's go do this, or let's go out, and
Yeah.
do something like that. That's my. I mean, I drag Matt with me wherever I try to go on conventions. It's like, all right, Matt, let's go to this.
but there are times um, in our dynamic where I'm also kind of the grounding influence. Like if something goes wrong and like I get you to take a second to breathe and we figure out the problem together. Like last year at PAX when you left the passes,
Oh
we
my
were
God.
yeah, you were getting all freaked out at that table in the train station, and uh, I walked you through it, and then you figured it out, and we went to the desk and got new passes, and it worked out perfectly. So we've got that kind of thing going on. You're the real go getter, but I'm kind of the one who tugs us in the right direction sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah,
Everybody needs a friend
it's true. You
for
know,
sure.
team effort.
Yep. That's that's
Definitely.
Nick.
Oh, I can't buy yellow pansies, yellow mums.
Are you online shopping?
Yes,
Podcast?
Sort of.
I'm online and I'm shopping.
Yeah, part of the whole thing with Animal Crossing is it's basically like
Commerce.
a cuter version of Sim City.
More
And
like
Yeah,
you
Sim
know,
Life.
I
you're building your own little town, your own little house, and you've got to decorate it accordingly.
And you
I
gotta
saw the
uh,
Doom animal what was it?
crossing
Like the music
crossover.
video thing? Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I saw that.
It's Isabel. Well, the thing about that whole thing is the Doom and Animal Crossing weren't supposed to come out on the same time, but then Bethesda, who creates Doom or owns ownership of it or whatever, it's the production company, I guess you could say. They're the ones that said, "Oh, we're pushing it back to this date on March 20th," and they're like, and that's when Animal Crossing's coming out, and everyone's like, "Huh? What can we do to mix those two together?" It's like, Isabel. Isabel's gonna fight the Doom monsters while the Doom Slayer's gonna go out and have a life simulator and have fun and plant radishes and while Isabel's slaying demons, even though the Doom Slayer's relaxing and fishing.
That's too fun.
The internet can be very creative sometimes.
Yeah, it's actually kind of scary.
And I wonder, like, are they really that creative, or are they just some of them out there just like pulling out of their butts?
Some of them, and they're quick with memes too.
Oh yeah,
Oh
some
my
people
god,
can
so
make a
quick.
meme so fast. I'm like, wait, what? Not even
People,
I can come up with a meme like that fast.
Like I am currently loving, and sorry Matt to burst your bubble, but I'm loving all the Carol
The what?
the Carol Baskins from Tiger King because the whole documentary basically makes her look like the devil.
yeah,
And whether it's true or not, I have no idea. I can say that I personally went to one of the establishments that are in that documentary, and I didn't notice anything bad. But then again, I don't know what happens to the doors. But the all of the memes that are bashing Carol Baskin right now are like, and they're just make me laugh so hard.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel it. Uh, I do know that she's done good work with Big Cat Rescue, but you know, if she's guilty of half the things that the memes say she is, then that you know, doing good work with a cat rescue doesn't absolve you of some of those other things. So, um,
Yeah,
uh,
it's a weird situation, and I don't know. I know she's being investigated for, but it's I don't know. It's all just crazy stuff.
yeah,
But in 2 days, it'll be there'll be memes about something else that's um it
it's
memes like the type of memes seem to only have like a 3 or day shelf life. Moving on to something else.
yeah, and it's getting faster and faster too.
Well, there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
Like, there's a lot of stuff that people can make memes about right now.
it's true.
It's true.
It's
I
so
just
quick.
got disconnected randomly. My connection
Hello.
just fluctuated. Now it sent me back home. Unless someone sent me back home. Hmm. Oh well.
No, your animals have been uncrossed.
Oh well. It is what it is. I got a hammock now, and I was just gonna get a new flooring, but whatever. But this game is all about, dude. This game is great. I mean, it's actually kind of keeping me cool and sane.
There you go.
It's addiction. It's a very addictive too game. And unlike the other Animal Crossings, there's always something to do. Because in the other ones, you had to be like, oh, I'm just gonna go collect my stuff because that's all I can do is farm and collect bells and all that. When this was like, hey, we got something else that you can do today. Besides holidays and your birthday. So that's a vast improvement. And you can design your own t-shirts and artwork on, like, put up your own artwork and stuff like that. It's really cool. There's a lot to this game. It's a lot of depth. This game's all about polish.
I'm trying to stay away from video games because I know how time consuming they are. And I'm working on my third book that I really need my attention.
The third book. So, we're running low on time. Do you want to do some shameless plug-in here? Do you want to talk about? Let's do that.
I will do some shameless plugging. Absolutely. I was waiting for you to ask.
Always comes around near the end.
Yeah. All right. So my second book, Deception Shadows Beginning, is the sequel to my first, Deception Shadows Fairy Tale. They are both available on Amazon. Yeah. If I mean, I don't know. You said my link is going to be in the description?
Yeah, I put both books. I looked them up on Amazon, and I put both books into the description so they can click on that link to go to that on Amazon go right to those books.
Fantastic. You're a rock star. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right.
I do a lot of work.
Yes.
I'm a busy man, but jeez. You should see the new thumbnail I did for that wrestling card game we were doing.
Yep.
It's so awesome.
It is the only time in my life I will ever have pecs.
Same here. Same here. I don't think I'm Russian either.
Da, spasiba.
But I chose that character because he had all the references, video game references. Yeah, I don't get to enjoy video games very much, because most of the time I'm trying to live stream. Sometimes I can't sit back and relax and go, hey, I want to play this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Nick wants me to play with it, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do it right.
Yeah.
Focus on your book. It's worth it. Writing is amazing.
Well,
and I want to do more of that myself.
Well, you can do it.
I just have to get the inspiration back. You know, the lightning has to hit the bottle again.
Yeah. Well, because I was out of work for a week and a half, Nick and I decided we would play like Resident Evil 5 because it's one of the only two-player Resident Evils, and it was a shorter than the other one.
It is.
So we decided to play 5, and then I was like, okay, like I want to play 6 now. And he's like, okay, we can only play 6 if you promise to play a different video game.
Oh.
And I, like 6, I think that is like a 22-hour campaign or something like that. And we beat it before, but it was 2013. It's been a long time. So I'm just like, I can't really get to playing Resident Evil 6, another game on top of it. So I don't know if I'll work.
I don't blame you. Your book's important. It's I believe in you, and I'll let those words flow. I know one thing I'm good at writing. My best writing is in poetry.
It's true.
That's awesome.
He's done some good poems.
I mean, I've done
you could always
Sorry.
you could always submit poetry to like freelance companies. They like that stuff.
They do? I didn't think people were like really into poetry. And my poetry is kind of it's my style. I can't help it. I'm kind of like Edgar Poe in some ways, and I don't mean to be. I just write that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, always looking, or higher, are always looking different writing.
If I had like, well, I have a whole bunch of poetry from the past, and I don't think is as good as it, um, um, as it is now, comparative. But I still do have some good ones out there.
Well, I mean, you don't know unless you do it. Try.
Well, yeah, it's all on the eye of the beholder, really.
Yeah.
But I like my most recent one. I think it's poetic about our inner selves, how we view our inner selves, and wish to be the person we really can be when our realities are limited, and how we are how we mistaken beauty as something we see through like social media devices and media in general.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a fantastic one. If you haven't read it, it's well done, and it really speaks to the heart of anyone who has struggles with that stuff, which most everybody does. I mean, there's some people who are just full of themselves, where they don't have any flaw. They think they have no flaws, and they're the best ever since sliced bread.
So
wait, bread comes in slices?
Blew your mind. Bam. No.
Put yourself out there, maybe, and see what happens. Like, you're gonna get rejected, but honestly, everybody does.
Oh yeah, I know that. I just didn't know I could do such a thing, and I didn't really think people liked my style of poetry, so I just put it out there for those who might. For free.
No, I think it's worth, you know, what people out there think. I think it'd be pleasant. All right.
I don't know how I'd submit that either, like in like a weird book format of just all this different poetry.
No, so I have a whole bunch of stuff that I can send to you probably tomorrow, because I'm actually getting ready for bed when we get off here. But
of course,
like I can get you, you know, just places that you would sign up for. Like you put your email, and then they would send you free calling, like, you know, every month or whatever, and then you would just look through the ones you could potentially, you know, meet the requirements of, then go for. So I can send you a list of places to sign up. You'll get emails saying that they want jobs for this, and then if it fits, submit it.
I mean, I've always been one like, so my mother and some other people have always commented when I get a card for like their birthday or whatever, like I get a card that's like the most meaningful, the most heart kind of, not really wrenching, but you know, pulls on those heartstrings, and they're like blown away at my choice. Like I don't just go normal. I always like, I'm sitting there analyzing what words and what would it match for this person, and that's how I always analyze words. Like for some reason I have that ability for that flow of words. I don't really, you know, personally, I'm saying this in my head. It's like, no, I don't. In my head, I don't. But I'm going to try to be honest with myself. I have a way with words for some reason, like in that style. I might not have the grammar or the aspect, but I have a way to project in that way. And poetry seems to be that outlet for that.
Well, then I would fine tune those skills, and I wouldn't worry about grammar because um,
Well,
grammar
that's what's
will.
grammar's poetry.
It,
You don't really need much grammar.
right. But I mean, just making sure you use the right then or there, or,
Yeah, I
whatever.
know. That one's
So
my worst offender.
it'll come. That kind of stuff you teach as you go. So I mean, you learn as you go.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a honed skill. It's something you develop.
Yep, for sure. Matt, are you sitting on your laptop too? I'm looking at the stuff you're posting.
Oh, uh, well, yeah. I don't have a laptop, but I'm at my desktop with my headset on.
Ah,
And I can't actually watch the stream that Nate's doing because it guffs up my bandwidth and makes my audio all squirrely. So I just sort of like clicking around things to distract myself while we're talking. The moment you started talking about Poison Ivy and Pamela Isley and all of that, I remembered one of my favorite comic artists doing like concept art for a possible origin miniseries for Poison Ivy, and I wanted you to see that art, so that's why I tagged you.
I love it,
Yeah.
love it, love
Yeah.
it. I
He,
I in I enjoy getting tagged that I like to do, by the way, and I'm feeling um April showers, Mayflowers. That's hilarious.
yeah, oh yeah,
And that
with Audrey too from Little Shop.
yeah, that
Yeah, yeah,
that is how our that is how May is.
yeah. Yeah, all of these memes are telling us how bad April's gonna be, but wait till May. Oh shit. uh, yeah. This artist, I cannot pronounce his name. Stajipun Saichik, something like that. Total failure. At actually pronouncing it. I've never heard it said aloud, but he has done an origin miniseries for Harley Quinn called Harleen. Um, and um, this may or may not be um, like his proposal for a sequel to that in the same style, uh, uh, you know doing over Poison Ivy's origin. This is for DC Comics Black Label imprint, which is uh, the, their way of telling non-canonical adult stories. So people who like read Sandman or that sort of thing back in the '80s when Vertigo was a thing. This is the new Vertigo, um, and I'm really hoping that they give this artist um, a shot at doing this Isley mini series. I think it would be awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. I like the picture.
It's good to
Um,
know.
yeah.
So, should we wrap up?
Yeah, Nick's been hanging outside the door waiting to come because I kicked him out of the bedroom.
Oh, no. Let's keep him out there. Let's keep keep going. No.
He keeps like opening the door and peeking through.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
Is it safe?
It's a safe. It's a secret.
He's a good sport when I'm doing like this. So.
Well, we appreciate you, Nick. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you being on the show, and you're more than welcome to come back anytime. By the way.
I appreciate you all having me. It's so much fun just sitting here talking about everything.
That's what we do.
Everything. Yeah, no, it's super fun.
If you can geek out about it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I need to start putting out more books so you guys have me more.
Well, why can't we just have you in general? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, by all means. You know, I'm. Whenever you need somebody, like I am here. I have to steal one of my boys' headsets, so they might have a problem with it. But whenever you need a guest, I'm available.
Excellent.
Are you the Batman of
It's a
guests? No. If we put up the bat
What'd you say,
signal.
Nate?
I said, are you the
Oh,
Batman
sorry.
of guests? So we'll put up the bat signal.
Well, it would be like a Samantha signal.
The Samantha signal. Activate it, Matt.
The Sam signal.
The Sam signal.
Yeah, there you go. We'll put that up.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
Guys, well, thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, have a good day.
And thank you to your family for letting us borrow you.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fine. Caleb's been playing video games. Nick's been playing video games. And I don't know where my daughter.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
In the unknown.
All right, Matt, I'll make sure to tag you in some cat memes this week.
Yes, please. Keep them coming.
Alrighty.
Keep them coming. So make sure you like and subscribe if you like this video. And ring that bell if you want to see more content. We have a Twitch channel. You can see us on our group, 3.5 Geeks R Us. And we also have a Discord as well as 3.5 Geeks R Us. We're trying to get that one going. And, oh God, if you're feeling generous, we have a Patreon. You look us up. It only takes $1 to help us out and to get better and improved equipment and everything else. Because, this stuff costs money to do this kind of stuff. It comes out of my pocket, which is fine. But check us out. And we're also have a Facebook page. We also have an Instagram if you're ever interested in that, where I post weird, odd pictures of right now Animal Crossing pictures I've been taking with friends and cool things with other people. And I also try my best to make memes as possible and relevant as. So enjoy all that. And oh yeah, pictures of cosplayers and cons, which we won't have for a while again. But we make do. And we also have a D&D session still going on, the Orbs of Power, so check that out. And I'm been Nathan Towns, and this has been Matthew I. Bishop, and thank you, Samantha, for joining us. And nerds.